My girlfriend said, "My friends are moving in. Rent-free. You can sleep on the couch," I said, "Okay." Then I changed the locks and packed her things while she was at brunch. 24 hours later, she and her friends were blowing up my phone. I, 28, male, think I might have just detonated my 2-year relationship with a single word and a locksmith. The house is mine. That's the first thing you need to know. I inherited it from my grandparents a few years back. It's not a mansion, but it's a solid 3-bedroom place, and the mortgage is paid off. I pay the property taxes, the utilities, the insurance, all of it. My girlfriend, Hannah, 26, moved in about a year ago. There was no formal agreement. I love her, loved her, so I didn't think we needed one. She pays for her car, her phone, and splits groceries with me. That's it. No rent, no utilities. I was happy to provide a stable, comfortable home for us. I thought we were building a future. Yesterday morning, she dropped the bomb. I was making coffee, and she came into the kitchen, scrolling on her phone. She didn't even look up. "Hey, so good news, Olivia and Marie are moving in." I stopped pouring. Olivia and Marie are her 2 best friends. They're a lot. They currently share a cramped, overpriced apartment and are constantly complaining about their landlord. Moving in? What do you mean, moving in? Like with their stuff? Moving in. Their lease is up at the end of the month, so it's perfect timing. I just stared at her. She finally looked up, a little annoyed, like I was being slow. "Me? Where are they going to stay?" "We don't have a spare room furnished," Hannah said. "Well, obviously they'll take the 2 spare rooms. We'll just need to get some beds. They don't have much money right now, so they'll be moving in rent-free for a while, just until they get back on their feet." The silence in the kitchen was heavy. The only sound was the coffee maker gurgling its last few drops. Rent-free for a while. I could already see how this movie was going to end. "Me, Hannah, you can't just decide your friends are moving into my house without even talking to me." This is where it went off the rails. She sighed a deep, theatrical sound and finally put her phone down. "Babe, don't be like that. It's a big house. We have the space. They're my best friends, they're practically family. You wouldn't kick out family, would you? They're not my family. And where are we supposed to sleep? We use the master bedroom." She gave me a bright, dismissive smile, the kind that says, "I've already thought of this, and you're going to hate it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Well, Olivia and Marie can take the master bedroom since there are 2 of them, and it has the big bathroom. You can have one of the smaller rooms, and I'll take the other." Then she paused, looking me up and down. "Actually, you know what? You're barely ever in your room anyway. You can just sleep on the couch for a bit. It's comfy. You can sleep on the couch in my own house. The house my grandparents left me. The house I pay for and maintain." I was being demoted to a guest in my own home. Something inside me just snapped, not in an angry, yelling way. It was quiet, cold. It was the sound of a door slamming shut in my head. All the little compromises, the times I'd let her entitlement slide, all of it coalesced into a single moment of absolute clarity. I looked at her, at this woman I thought I loved, who was so casually discarding me for her friend's convenience, and I smiled a calm, genuine smile. "Okay." Her whole demeanor changed. She broke into a relieved grin. "Oh my God, babe. Really? I knew you'd understand. This is going to be so much fun. It'll be like a permanent slumber party." She grabbed her purse. "I'm going to brunch with the girls to tell them the good news. We'll start packing their stuff this afternoon. Love you." She kissed my cheek and walked out the door. I stood there for a minute, coffee forgotten. Then I walked over to the window and watched her car pull away. The moment it was out of sight, I picked up my phone. First call, a 24-hour locksmith. "Yes, I'd like to schedule an emergency rekey for my entire house. How soon can you get here?" Second call, a moving and packing service. I explained that I needed a tenant's belongings packed up professionally and put into a storage unit. I paid for 3 months up front. The locksmith arrived in 30 minutes. While he worked, I started gathering Hannah's things. I was methodical, her clothes, her makeup from the bathroom, her laptop, her ridiculous collection of scented candles, every single thing that wasn't mine. The packers arrived an hour later. They were fast and efficient. They boxed up everything, the clothes, the furniture she'd brought, the photos of us. By 2 p.m., every trace of Hannah was gone from my house. I took the storage unit key and the folded up receipt, placed them in a clear plastic baggie, and taped it securely to the outside of the front door, right over the handle, where no one could miss it. I spent the rest of the afternoon deep cleaning the house. It felt lighter, quieter. I knew the storm was coming. I was just surprised it took this long. Update 1. The first text came in around 4 p.m. yesterday, right after her celebratory brunch must have ended. "Hannah, hey, the key isn't working. Did you lock the deadbolt from the inside?" I didn't answer. 5 minutes later, my phone rang. "Hannah." I let it go to voicemail. Her voicemail was laced with irritation. "Jesse, I'm outside with Olivia and Marie. We've got a car full of stuff. What's wrong with the door? Call me back." The text started escalating. "Jesse, this isn't funny. Open the door. My phone is about to die. Are you home? Where are you? The girls are getting pissed. We're supposed to be moving in today." Then the phone calls started coming from different numbers, first Olivia, then Marie. I ignored them all. Around 6 p.m., the tone shifted from annoyance to panic and rage. "What did you do? There's a U-Haul receipt taped to the door? A storage unit? Are you kidding me?" That's when my phone really started to blow up, a barrage of calls, voicemails. I put my phone on silent and sat on my couch in my quiet house and read a book. It was bliss. The real fireworks started this morning. I woke up to over 50 missed calls and a wall of text messages that painted a very clear picture. Apparently, after realizing they weren't getting in, they had to drive the U-Haul truck full of their junk back to their old apartment, which they'd already officially vacated. They spent the night sleeping in the truck because they had nowhere else to go. I finally decided to answer one of Hannah's calls this afternoon. I wanted to hear it. Me, hello. Screaming, practically incoherent, Jesse, you psychopath. You threw me out. You threw out all my things. I didn't throw anything out, Hannah. Your belongings are safe in a climate-controlled storage unit. I paid for 3 months. The key and address were taped to the front door. You can't just kick me out. We live together. You know I live here. You were a guest who tried to move 2 other people in and relegate the owner of the house to the couch. I just declined your new terms of occupancy.